All right, well, let's get into it. We have a special guest in the building. We were trying to get him for months, and then had him months, bro. It's been. I'm thinking about it. It's been. We were talking about this, and it's been a little while. Trying to get you up here, and then we were supposed to have you last week, but unfortunately we weren't able to, and now we finally get you here. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Vince from Mackland Security, the celebrity bodyguard. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up,
What's up, people? What's up, people?
What's good? What's good? It was funny because Mark was like, he was looking for you when you was coming into the studio, and he was like, "Man, I don't know how I should stand in front of this guy." He was like, "Let me." He was like, "Let me do some push-ups real quick." So. But what's good?
That's not a podcast.
Yo, you lucky I don't got no mic, okay? Because that is not even what happened. Let me tell the people what happened. He's like, yo, I need to go get him. I was like, nah, I'll go get him. I know what he looks like.
No, we said you probably don't know what he looks like, and you were like, well, we can't miss him, or something you said.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna look like he can protect some people,
right.
You know what I mean? If he was bodyguard for Rick Ross at a time, like, come on.
Yeah, a little something like that.
Yeah. Well, what's going on, Vince? And Mark, if we can see this right here, up here.
Yeah, that's
up on. Can we move the camera just a little off of me more? Do you think that's possible? I know you working hard over there. Well, you got everything of me in there. But Vince, definitely appreciate you coming up. What's going on? How you feeling, man?
I'm good. I'm great. You know what I mean? Feeling good.
That's good. That's good. So, man, what made you we've known each other for years,
right?
Right. So, of course, we got the people that's listening. We need give them a little backstory. A little background. What got you started in? Because first you were a bouncer.
Yeah. Yeah.
What got you started in deciding to go ahead and get into the industry of bouncing?
I mean, it was by accident. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
We was just talking about that. You was with me and another dude, and a fight broke out or something like that.
At Flow.
Yeah, Flow is an old nightclub in the city. Yeah. And dude came over, was like, "Yo, man, y'all supposed to be working." This the time of the all black Dickies and all that. That was like my favorite thing to wear at the time.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, we don't even work here. And he offered us a job. We came in the next night. And
wow, just like that.
Yeah, 15 years later.
Still at it.
Yeah.
Because I remember it was you and another friend of yours, and you guys were all over the place, and then you started bouncing at the Flow, and that's an old nightclub in Philly, downtown Philly, and then you guys moved down the street.
Well, we did. So we went from Flow, then there was like a bunch of in between stuff that we were doing. And then it was like a little hiatus. Mm-hmm. Then we went to what it was called Fusion. Mm-hmm. That was around the corner.
Okay, and still on Delaware Ave, right?
Nah, it was on Second and Callow Hill, I think.
Fusion. Mm-hmm.
Like right off of Spring Garden, you make the right on Second.
Okay,
right there, yeah.
I think I remember that. So, so you started off there, and then now, today you're bodyguarding for big time celebrities. Like I saw, follow you on Instagram, and let the people know your Instagram so they can.
Instagram at I am Vinny Mack and Mackland Security.
Mm-hmm. And you did for the Eagles at Noto.
Vesper. I've been knowing a lot of Eagles players for a while, since maybe the McNabb era.
Yeah, well, you look like you should. I would have thought you would have,
Yeah, I lost the passion for that football thing a long time ago. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what are some stories that have you ever had anything like super crazy with dealing with anything? And I know one of your main people that you work for, the rapper Tone Trump.
Yeah.
From Philly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever had any recent situations that...
Like problem-wise?
Yeah, problem-wise. Like, how do you deal with that?
You know what's crazy? Like, I don't really have those kind of problems. I don't know if it's because of what I look like. I've heard that a lot, where people are so intimidated by me because I don't really speak when I'm out doing my thing, you know what I mean? It's just like, Honestly,
Deja, were
I'm
you
bored.
intimidated when he walked
Yeah,
in?
I'm still intimidated. I'm like, this.
I mean, I'm a cool all around individual. You know what I mean? I respect people, and because I respect people, I want it back. If I have to get hands on, physical with people, then I already done warned you a few times before I got to that level. But as far as like bodyguarding, no problems. Yeah.
Okay.
But what are
I'm good.
problems that could possibly happen though? Like, what have you
Anything.
seen?
You're dealing with people's lives. You know what I mean? Like, I won't say who the client is, but there's a lot of negative publicity behind one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't live his life. We're separate a lot. So, when you go on Instagram or YouTube and you see videos that he put up, and there's a bunch of people saying, yo, F him. I can't wait to see him. It's a lot of things that he's doing wrong and we're not supporting it and this, that. You got to take in consideration all the threats that people get
Right.
and factor your own life into that.
So do you, like, as a bodyguard, do you look those things up to see, okay, what type of artist or person this person is?
Oh, yeah.
Or, so you know.
I do my research on everybody.
Got you.
All
Makes
the time.
sense.
You have to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because you don't want to be in a situation that you could have prevented
Just
yourself
blind,
being in.
right.
Yeah. So it's like if I take a detail or I pick up a new client, I need to have done my research on them fully just to see. You know what I mean? It could be past beefs because people just ride out for whoever just to get a name for themselves. They don't really care about the celebrity or whoever it is. They're like, yo, I just want my clout.
Right.
So that's a big word these days, clout chasing and all that. You'll get a lot of people that do that. But I'm the wrong person to do that with. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's good. Huh.
I'm the wrong person to try to get some clout with.
Like he talking that
You know what I
talk.
mean?
Right.
I'm just saying.
That's right.
You got to let people know. I mean, with the bouncing thing, people, they think that like lawsuits are everywhere nowadays. So the quickest way to get a lawsuit is to talk crazy to a bouncer or somebody working in the club scene just so they can respond. But you should watch what you say.
Oh, man.
So
should
now,
watch what you say.
off the record, it's really not off the record, but I know there was a video that was going around. It had to have been about 2 years ago, maybe a year, 2 years ago, of this bouncer just cracking the mess out this one dude that was drunk, and everybody thought it was you.
Yeah, they thought it was me.
Oh, my God.
I mean, laid him out. Now, I'm not saying it was you.
No, it definitely wasn't me.
It definitely was. As you said, it definitely
I know
wasn't.
it was.
Oh, you
I know
do?
it was. Yeah,
Okay.
Me and that dude worked together a lot, which is crazy.
Yeah. So now, do you feel as though that's acceptable? While you're working. Me personally, I don't know the situation that happened.
Right.
But I know you have to do what you have to do. So when it comes to situations like that, how do you decide when to you got to lay somebody out?
Well, being as though I'm a business, I have to think about it from that perspective. See, not everybody is doing security as a business. They're just doing it as either side money or that's their way of life. But that's what I was saying. You got to watch what you say to people because, I'm the type of person, I'll think you're joking until you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And once I feel like, those threats cross the line, then I have to handle myself accordingly. Now, in that situation, it was bad for both parties because, one is like, yeah, I dare you to do this, or you can't do this, that, and the third. Pretty much just, I give you permission to do it. But the public eye isn't looking at it like that. They're looking at it like, well, it's this little guy, this big guy, he knocked him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Send him to jail type of thing. But no, it's like, yo, it come with the territory. If you're going to do that, you got to expect those consequences.
Yeah,
You
be
can't.
mindful.
Yeah, you just because it happened and you egged it on doesn't mean you should now take retaliation measures, suing and this, that, and the third.
Right.
Take that loss. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's the most that you've ever had to put your, have you ever had to take somebody down?
Oh yeah.
Plenty of times.
Plenty of times. Not much, but enough.
You enjoy it? It's funny.
You
I mean, it
enjoy
depends.
it.
Cause I'm looking at it as like I'm like looking for like waiting and then when it does happen, it's like you get the adrenaline rush, and then you just go in. And I know you were in, or you still are in the reserves.
No, I was.
You were in the
Yeah,
reserves.
I've done that.
Okay, so you have that training, that background too.
I mean, it still's different. You know what I mean? Everybody does security. Everybody does their job their own way. You know what I mean? Like everybody involved in this, they do their job a different way. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to taking people out, like I said, I don't look for that type of stuff.
You're like, nobody got time for that.
Yeah, like my thing is, the way I look at when I do security is, this is my event. This is my party. I want everybody to have fun. You know what I'm saying? If you messing up, you gotta go. I'm only gonna warn you once because I don't like repeating myself. After that, it's time to go.
I was like, he real. It's like it's real event. This is really his life.
That's
It's just like,
because you gotta think, man. It's like if you say y'all wanted to go out, y'all having a good time. Why let this one person or this group of people mess up y'all night?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want y'all fighting and call, you know what I mean, just because. Let me do that. That's what I do. But I don't go looking for it. When I do go looking for it, you already know it's something that already done happened. I'm already angry, mad,
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So now, what about between when you're working? Do you have issues with officers as well? Like, do they? Because I've heard that some officers sometimes they personally don't like what is it when they don't like work dealing with people who have like their I think Act 22 license
235.
235 to be able to carry and work security. They feel like they're doing their job.
I mean, like I said, I don't really have problems with people, because I show everybody respect. Now I have my own personal agenda or whatever with police, but when I'm working in professional settings, if they're giving me the order like, yo, we got this, all right, y'all got it, y'all take care of that. I'm done with it. You know what I mean? It's not I'm helping you or you helping me. It's like I got it up until this point. After that, go ahead and do you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, I've had situations where, man, it's police. I'm gonna just say this, man. Like somebody has to do the job. Somebody has to do the job. I just feel like when it comes to police, man, they just need to do their job a little better.
Okay.
You know what I mean, I'll just say that.
As far as
Just dealing with people.
dealing with people,
Yeah.
like
Dealing with
you see a lot, and you see that some aren't people persons.
Yeah, like you can't be. I don't think you can be a police officer and not be a people person.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
some
saying?
things you gotta be a people person.
Like
you can't
you,
for certain
yeah,
careers.
you have to.
Yeah.
Because like you have to interact. Like being an officer, there's no such thing of you not interacting with people. I don't care if you're sitting behind a desk or cleaning a toilet. You have to interact with people. Bottom line, you know what I mean? And you can't come at people just because you're mad. That's the thing with bouncing too. We can have bad nights, but to save ourselves, our money, we got to be, you know what I mean, up front with people, be people persons. If we don't want to deal with you, we just got to say that up front. Like, I ain't even trying to deal with you right now.
Yeah.
Somebody else, for real.
Oh, man.
I've done that plenty of times. Like, I'm done. Go ahead. Because if I got to deal with this person again or more, it's not going to end the way they want it to end. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, yo, let me talk about some of the fun stuff. So the girls that be hitting on you or something like that.
I was waiting. I was waiting to get to that.
And on top of that, I seen on your Instagram, I seen this one video. It's like somebody getting out the car in a football stadium, and then they tuck them in the car, and then it's like they freaking do like a 360 backspin with 3 cars and pull out. You provide that type of service too?
I mean, I could learn that. You know what I mean? It ain't hard. I learned a lot of that stuff in the Army doing my military training, but the fun stuff, you know what I mean? As far as women hitting on me, I'm married, so I don't really get into all that. I don't care about that, keeping it real.
You know what?
Yeah,
but I know they coming on to you though.
I mean, they do, but it's, like I said, like
whether it's just to get into VIP or whether it be to be like to get an in.
Man,
I've seen it happen 100 times.
Yeah, it happens. It happens a lot actually.
Mark's going to try to get into bouncing.
I mean,
now.
listen, I got to do his size to work for me. You know what I mean? A little quick, agile dude.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Now, as far as the women go, like
wait, let me pause real quick.
All right.
it's funny to hear you talk like this because
I know,
I know
Yeah.
the old you before you was married,
years
and it's
ago.
funny how he just matured. Well, I'm
Right.
married now, and
Shout out to my lady, you know what I mean? Nah, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you, yo, I get hit on a lot. I want to say majority of it's because I'm security,
yeah,
and then the other part is just because I'm a big dude. You know what I mean? They women, oh, we like teddy bears. I
my
love teddy
gosh.
bears, and stuff like that. And you don't like you got to bark, but you can hold me this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Yo, I actually wrote a book that entails like my first maybe 5, 6, 7 years in the game. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's an X-rated book.
I believe. I wanted to get to that too. I know. Dabbled in a little extra things,
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yo, it's like finding your niche. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
find something that you're good at.
I want to hear that because I know.
Wait. Okay. No. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
But
Go
I
ahead.
want to know about like so with the football players. Are there the girls going crazy? Like, have you have to like stop the girls from like trying to get to the players?
Yeah, so the players, majority of them, they welcome it. You know what I
Okay.
mean? They welcome all of that. The thing is, now it's like they're picky. They're like, oh, I want this one. Give me that one.
Oh, really?
Give me that one.
So, do you gotta
now-
go out and grab the girl with the blue dress on?
Well,
and
no,
the
I don't
blue
do
shoes?
that.
I
I don't do any
who does
personal.
this?
I don't personally go out and handpick. You know what I mean? Because I graduated above that. So it's like levels to each stage of when
Okay.
you're doing security. If there's a celebrity and you're trying to get yourself up, you're trying to look good in front of these people, they'll say, "Yo, go get shorty right there."
Oh, okay.
So most bouncers or people who do security, they'll go attempt this. No matter how many times they get shot down, they will attempt it.
Oh wow.
Just so they can be in that circle with these celebrity people.
Wow.
Now, do you see that is that part of the business? Like is that professional? Like if they're like, yo, I see, go, get her for me real quick.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that professional or it's like, it's just part of it?
it's always going to be part of it because you got the women that'll throw themselves at the players or the entertainers. Then you got the women who don't. But most of the time, the women who don't do it, that's the ones they want. And
Definitely.
I remember that being the hardest part of my night when celebrities come in because it's like, yo, I don't want to talk to this girl, but he does. So what can I say to get her up there? My first thing, yo, dude, want to spend some money on you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why don't you go hit up VIP?
Yeah.
I say it just like that most of the time, and it like, nah, she ain't biting, or here she comes.
Yeah, that's how, and I feel that all the time. Like, I'm engaged, and one time I saw Rihanna, and everybody was on her and everything like that. I'm like, she wanted to get me because I wasn't paying her no mind,
He's
and it's
such a
like, come
Yo,
on,
it
man,
happens,
like
man. It happens.
like
I'm
come
telling
on.
you.
But then she met that billionaire dude, and
Yo, it happens. Like I've come across a lot of celebrity people, male and female, and I mean the men, they're always gonna be worse in my eyes just because of like the stuff that I've seen.
yeah.
I've been around women where they just
what
want
stuff
the money.
have you seen?
I know. Like, does it really get down and
What
dirty? Like,
stuff-
are you there?
If you could tell the PG-13, what stuff have you seen without giving any names?
And some players from teams, saying dumping liquor, champagne on women, willingly, behind closed doors, it goes down. You would think like, dang, I thought y'all played football, but y'all could be like extras in pornos and stuff like that.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
The
Wow.
women, they don't care, man. I had me and the dude you was talking about earlier, a friend of mine or a mutual friend of ours. Man, we both got proposition just for some wristbands to get up in the VIP. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy.
So it seems like it's an interesting job.
It is. It
Mark, you
started
thinking
out-
about doing that?
It started out interesting.
Getting over
I
he's
can't even
thinking.
do anything right now. You got me.
You keep it think straight.
Yeah.
Like, so how is married life?
I mean, I love
How
it.
is
You know what I
married
mean?
life?
It's one of them things that you work on every day.
Because if you guys don't know Vince, like I know him back in the day, he was a straight
I was a
player.
wild dude.
Oh, fun.
Wow.
That's
Wild.
fun.
Listen, let's just say this. I remember, right, years ago, him and a mutual friend of ours, they came to my house and they had Polaroid pictures that they got from CVS.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like,
I remember
yo,
those.
we're not allowed to print our pictures anymore at CVS.
Hey,
Because
I got in trouble for that, man. I got in trouble for that.
Because certain things I forgot was in there.
Yeah, I got in trouble for that.
And like they were wild.
So that's where you learned it?
That's where I learned it. That's what I learned not to do.
No, whatever. Don't lie to me. Because when we was in Florida,
No, there was no pictures. There was no pictures.
There was
no
absolutely.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't utilize my apartment in Florida like I could have. Back in
What
college.
about the joint that was on the table?
That was on the table.
I'll leave
You
that
mean
alone.
join us and girl on the table, or you mean like something on the table?
No, I'm that's it. What I'm trying to remember. What are you talking about?
Trying to plead the fifth.
I'm so serious. It doesn't matter. Like I really want to know because I'm open book. I'm an open book.
Girl back to your apartment talking about you a photographer.
No. Oh, wow, definitely not. Because I know now you're reaching. No,
I'm not reaching. I got the pictures, dog.
I'm trying. How do you?
You got the pictures
Because
of it.
you invited me over too. You was like, "Yo, we about to do this, and that," and then the girl.
Oh, y'all was really wild.
No.
So you gotta be careful with them cameras.
I was legit.
Yeah.
I think it was a legit photo shoot. Mark's just trying to put some spice on
Legit
it.
photo shoot.
You did
In
photos?
Florida.
What time was it when the photo shoot
Yeah, like
happened?
what time was
Yeah,
it?
what time was
right
it?
before club. Right before we was going out to the club.
Oh no!
There you go.
See,
Now
okay,
you
no.
remember.
All right, here.
Now you remember.
No. This is what it was. They wanted to come. It was multiple of them. It was like 2 of them, 3.
Okay. Yep. The
And it
story
was
expands.
Halloween. It was
Story
Halloween,
expands.
and they wanted to come to the crib before we went out to pregame, and they wanted to take photos. And before we went out, that's exactly what it was. I remember.
Mark made it seem like y'all was trying to set these girls up
I know Mark
in
trying to set them
like
up. And the crazy
some
thing is,
Lifetime
I'm
movie
still-
type time. Like,
And no, because like I mean, if it was true, but I'm still friends with the one girl because her dad is a friend of the family. So I know what you're talking about. You trying to see? You trying to flip it?
that story went
You
real
trying to
bad.
flip? That went.
Do you
You
want
trying
to
to
see
flip
these pictures?
it?
Because I mean, I really see.
Wait. I definitely want to see them. Vince, do you want to see? I want to see them.
Yeah. I do. I want to see how
I
wild
definitely
it is.
want to see them
All right,
because I don't know why you have them from so long ago. Anyway.
My computer just keeps pictures.
Oh shucks, that's wild.
So
You guys teach me a lot without even knowing it.
Yeah, when somebody first of all, when somebody say they're a photographer,
You gotta be in the mic.
legit.
yeah, you got to get in the mic. But no. So about this book.
Yeah.
About this book, is it done?
I mean, it's done. I have a lot of chapters I could add to it. You know what I mean? It's detailing years, you know what I mean? From when I first started out to maybe when I, like right before I got married. Like
Okay.
maybe a year before I got married, you know what I mean?
So now, are you thinking about prolonging, like letting it build up and?
Nah,
Or
I mean,
what do
well, that life is over. You know what I mean? Like,
well, going into
Yeah.
the bodyguard, like the full profession of it, and other situations that you might come across as far as the profession.
nah.
You think it's all done?
Because the way I wrote it, what it's about is just me and my encounters with women that I met
Oh, okay.
doing the
Okay.
jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like meeting some of these women through other celebrities, just being part of the entourage and the women being around, or just being in the nightclub scene where these propositions come up. The thing about me though, when I would meet these women, it wouldn't be the first night. You know what I mean? Like I had to get to know these women because I'm not that type of person where I kiss you on the first time I meet you. Like that ain't me.
Yeah.
Or
I know
that,
somebody
yo,
like
did
that.
you get a kiss on a first date? No, that ain't me. You know what I mean? I don't know you.
Yeah.
We might have talked for a little bit. We got to this level where I took you out or we went out on a date or something. After that, maybe like a week or 2. Other than that, I don't really get down with. Because when we was in school, you see that empty desk. You're like, yo, where's Tommy at? Oh, he got mono.
What, yo?
And and Mono had Tommy out for like a month. You feel me?
Tommy out for a month.
I ain't trying
Tommy.
to. I ain't trying to be. I ain't trying to be Tommy. You know what I mean? Catch that Mono.
Then the Mono graduate when you get older. You like the girl had what? It ain't Mono no more.
It's something else. You know what I mean?
Wait, Mark, you got something you want to tell?
Crazy stories, you know what I mean? We got mutual friends though. Like I'm not gonna ever say their names because they're still my homies. But you know when cats is talking about they got the clap in their neck or their throat or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's like, yo, come on, man. Yeah. It's like, come on, man.
Wait, time out. What?
Listen, so I didn't.
What in their throat?
before these people.
Chlamydia in your throat?
Chlamydia. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know that was possible.
Yo, you're telling me something new right now.
I mean, listen, I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose people. All I'm saying is when I was told this, I was surprised and was scared too. Because I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Surprised and scared.
Yeah, because I mean, like you just said, I ain't never heard that before.
I never
That's
heard
something
that.
new. Right.
That's
well, now you know, so you better be careful. You know what I mean?
Man, you got to come with the paperwork.
You can't be doing this, Mark.
In 2018, in 2018, you got to come with the paperwork. He always be trying to see. That's why he be the main one embellishing stories. Embellishing stories.
Hooking up.
It's crazy. But
I never understood how people could just make out on. I mean, I can't understand why. I'm sure alcohol is involved, but that's just
but see, like I don't know. I'm one of those people. Like when I drink, I'm coherent. If I'm getting tore up, trash, and all that, I still won't do nothing.
But you're a big guy. I've never seen you trash.
Oh man,
I've never seen all the years that I've never seen you trash.
I wasn't a drinker back then.
Okay,
I wasn't.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not really a drinker now. When I did my little Army service, I started drinking more. But other than that, like I wasn't a drinker. So back then when we was going out, we have a little bottle. I'd probably take a shot or two and call it a day. You know what I mean? Like I was girling on the liquor tip. Okay.
So now question: how and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, he's your main client, Tone Trump. No. You still working with him though? Yeah. Okay, how is it? Because I know I see a lot of you guys. You were in his music video. Right. How is it working with him?
Yo, it's funny because he don't care. Like he cares. How can I put it? Like we were going to New York one time, and this dude.
Yeah, I saw you guys were in a famous studio. I forgot.
We were in Quad. We were going into a store, or we were getting on a bus. Something we were doing, but this dude went to jump in front of him. It was me, Tone, his little brother, another dude. Then it was like a bigger dude that went to jump in front of him, but he was letting the woman go on first, and he bumped into the woman, and Tone went off on him. Yeah. Now I understand why he did it, but I'm like, yo, chill, because now the initial confrontation is done and over with. Mm-hmm. He's still talking, so I'm like, all right.
No, man.
Like, this is it. Do I let it get personal or do I stay professional with it? Because personally, if you talking, yo, man, you pick that fight up yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean? But professionally, I'm like, nah, I can't let, just in case anything happens.
So, hold up. So, if I hire you to be my bodyguard and I just want to go out and
who is after you, Mark? Nobody is after you.
If I hire you to be my bodyguard and then I'm out in these streets and I actually just want to start a fight.
Right. What happens then?
Listen, at that point,
Mark already. Yo.
I just hope the money.
I got my bodyguards with me. You crazy right now, son. It's like, you know what I mean?
I just hope the money's good. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So if the money's good, I would just pull
Wait,
up.
so how does the money work? Not to be all like in your business, but like what are the prices, or like is it by night?
It could go by just hourly. It can go flat rate for the whole day.
Okay.
It can go contractual if it goes over a certain amount of days or a certain amount of hours. If you're needed, let's say I'm needed 5 days a week, but only for 4 hours a day, then we could work something out like that.
So of course the price is the difference between the celebrity and like if Mark really asked you to be his bodyguard, or is it no?
It depends on the person, because I would have to research him. I would have to do all my digging. I gotta go on his Instagrams, all his social media.
So if
go through comments.
Okay, so you gotta see what type of drama I'm bringing.
I gotta see all that.
What if I don't normally bring drama But
But
I'm
this
just
time
like,
you just like trying to
I
fight.
mean,
no, because
like
no.
I said, it just
Is there
depends on the
certain areas
situation.
you don't go into? That's what I want to know. Like, if I need you a bodyguard to be in like Mount Laurel as opposed to a bodyguard, and I need you in Camden.
Nah, I go everywhere.
Okay.
So would it be like a waste of time? Because we don't want the bodyguard just to go to the mall with me. What if you be like, okay, this little girl, you can go to the mall by
Yeah, I mean-
yourself. This is a waste of
Well, you
time.
Nah,
might
it's
need
not.
one
It's not.
if you don't want to be hollered at and talked to and everything like that.
not.
And
Like,
just
don't talk to me like
Yeah.
that.
Like, you just need a bodyguard to give people the hand.
Yeah.
Just give 'em- yeah.
Would that be a waste of your time though? Are you just like,
nah.
If
All
you
of that is a
paying.
learning piece. Everything that I do, I look at as a learning piece
oh,
because
cool. So we gotta work something out.
you're different than like I remember when I had met Beyonce years ago
Mm-hmm.
and you couldn't get near her. Only people that could was her people, and
Mm-hmm.
if she was with like Jay, or I think she might have been with Jay in Philly, but you could only be her people and be around it. And I'm seeing how their bodyguards is working overtime just to keep.
Everybody away.
And then I seen 2 of them recently, different client, different atmosphere, and they're more laid back. But everything is a learning piece. So if you're like, yo, I just want to go to the mall and I don't want nobody talking to me, nobody coming up on me. All right.
So how much would you
like
charge?
that.
Yeah,
how much would you charge
me?
her for?
Just a
how many
day.
Deja,
Just a
how many
day.
hours are you at the mall?
I don't know. I don't know.
About 6.
Maybe
Okay.
4 tops. Maybe.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
So how much would you charge her one day, 4 hours?
That's
just
like-
give everybody.
that's like-
yeah.
That's like a $200-$300 job.
Okay.
That's like
Well, there you go.
that's like you got things like the mall. You got all these people. Then you gonna have people coming up like. Yo,
Do you
who is
hold
she?
bags too or no?
I do it all.
Okay.
Like I know a lot of people who do this and they won't ever do nothing like that.
Right.
Because they feel like they're only for celebrities. But nah, everybody, yo, you might want to go out. Like we just had a mutual friend get married.
Mm-hmm.
Me and another dude was his private security for his bachelor party.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because
Well,
they
shoot,
will
I'm
go out and
planning
have a good
my
time.
bachelor
Oh.
party in Vegas, so I have to go ahead and get the ticket and
To get the rate.
listen, man, everybody could use personal security.
Yeah.
There's no law,
That's
there's no
true.
rules saying that you don't need it. You just because you work here or work there doesn't mean you know what I mean.
I don't
As
know
long
if
as you can pay for
I don't know
it.
if I think I would take advantage of that because I would be like super hype. Like, I'd be hype. Like, yeah, I dare you to say something. Like, or somebody, I think, it's like, some people should not be allowed to carry guns.
Right. I believe that. I believe
I
that.
think I would
You be that a hype person?
because then you're drinking and you just don't care. You
Yeah.
just pop off at the mouth with somebody.
I wholeheartedly believe that people,
Yeah.
everybody shouldn't carry guns.
Yeah, I have and you know her too, a friend that one of my best friends that she just got her carrying license, and she texted that to me, and I was like, don't take it out anywhere.
Yeah,
Just leave it in the house.
It's the temperament of people, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't know, not everybody should have them. And
Yeah,
even the people you see with Act 235s, that there's people doing security. I'm gonna just say this too. A lot of people think they need that, and as far as like, I'll get paid more money, but it's like this: have you ever used that gun? Have you ever shot somebody? Have you ever had to do paperwork or anything? Because when you're shooting at the targets, they don't shoot back.
yeah,
When you're shooting at the targets, there aren't a lot of people running around.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into shooting a gun at somebody and actually hitting them. It's a lot that goes into that. So don't let people fool you when they,
Yeah.
I got my 235. Don't let them fool you.
okay.
Yeah.
You ask them if they ever had to use that. If they say yeah, and they're still standing, they ain't get hit or nothing, and they're still in good legal standing, there you go. That's what you want.
Now, have you ever got shot before?
I've been shot at.
You've been shot at. How was that?
How was
it?
You're like, wait, what?
Like explain what how did you? Because some people react differently, right? Some people just it's like they go in defense mode. Some people just black out. Some people just run. Like how?
Like when it happened, so when I got shot at outside of a nightclub, that's when I was like, all right, this has to change. Like I can't keep getting this little bit of bread for this type of
Yes.
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But I mean, I was scared, if that's what you want to know.
Yeah.
I was scared as hell, man, because like the dude went from saying, yo, I'm going to shoot y'all to actually shooting at us. You know what I mean? Luckily, nobody got hit, but it was just like, you're hearing pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
Like, dude is letting off these rounds, and you don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to run and scatter, but you don't want to run near the gunman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I found myself up under a dumpster. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The
That was probably
safest
like it was probably bad because, you know what I mean, bullets ricochet. But I just was like, yo, I can't fit nowhere else. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we only have a couple more minutes, but I wanted to get into this because usually for some reason, all of us end up talking about relationships and stuff like that.
Right.
So, from knowing your history, knowing your background, very extensive background, and very, very interesting, what was the deciding factor for you to settle down?
I mean, I didn't see. I don't want to sound cliche when they say once you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Yeah.
But it was like, what else is there? You know what I mean? I just needed to find somebody that I'm comfortable with, who physically I like to see every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, when he said he knows me, man, I used to switch girlfriends left and right just because I got bored.
Yep.
That sounds like me with the guys.
Like bored. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that they could do to keep me interested in them. And once I got married, it was like, dang, all right.
But you had to have reached that person, that place in your life before you got married. So could you remember around a time or age of what was going on in your life when you... I guess you don't remember the exact day where you're like, let me find a wife and really settle down with this girl. But what happened?
Yeah.
What was your turning
Honestly,
point in life?
I mean, so I was going through a situation with another woman, and it was actually two other women. I just was like, man, I'm just tired of the back and forth. I'm tired of the drama. I need somebody that's gonna be down for me. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of times, you get somebody like my wife. She says, I would have never dated you if I knew you was a bouncer off the rip. Because she always looked at bouncers as a-holes and players, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, dang, well, I wasn't an a-hole, but definitely a player. Definitely a player.
Without a doubt.
But it's like, you know what I mean? She showed me something different. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the women that you meet in the nightclub scene, all it is money. It's a perception of you that they're like, well, I can get in this club. I just got to do this. And they'll lower their standards, their morals, just to get into this club, you know what I mean? Which is crazy. And I'm like, nah, I don't want no girl like that. And that's all I've been around really was stuff like, well, females who's in the nightlife industry. So with her just like shying away from it, now.
So where'd you meet her at if she wasn't in the nighttime?
I was actually doing personal training.
Oh, cool.
And
okay.
I did I came to her house because she couldn't come to the gym I was at. So I seen her. I just remember like, damn, man, she fine in a mug. You know what I mean? That's all I could just remember thinking to myself, like, damn, she fine it. And then it was another person who told me about her. And I was like, yo, I think I talked to her before. And it was just like a DM. And then I said, you know what? He brought her back up, and I said, well, let me hit her up and see what this is hitting on. Because I was still like playerish, just not fully.
But she was kind of ready for that next stage of life.
I mean, I always, don't get me wrong, like I would have relationships. I would have relationships where I didn't do anything. I wouldn't cheat or anything like that. But then
the boredom was there.
Yeah, it came.
So wait, so the situation you had with the two girls, that was completely done, and then you were like break, and then you found the girl, or you were like, I'm in the okay.
Yeah, it was all right. Push that to the side. But I had went through a lot of stuff after deciding to settle down with her, with these two, and just because it was like, oh, we not done yet. You know, it's not gonna leave us.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Was they beefing with each other? They was cool with each other.
It was like, no, they were beefing with each other. But once they knew that she was in the picture, it was like, oh, all right, well, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna team up and still beef, but we gonna beef and then mess his self up.
Oh, thanks. So you was really like you was on some 2000s movie type time.
I was good though.
That was a movie. That sounds good.
I was good though. I mean, I still came out victorious.
That's good. Wait, when's your birthday? What's your sign?
I'm a Libra.
Oh.
Yeah,
dang,
September
that threw me
27th.
off. Okay.
Why? I'm not
I just
too
didn't
much
think about. I didn't get Libra. I was thinking more of a Gemini, Sag, or a Capricorn.
No, I'm always laid back. That's the crazy thing, right?
But what is a Libra? Like, what is?
That's the scales. The balance of the scales, I guess, or I don't really know all the zodiac stuff like that. I just know I'm a Libra.
Okay.
You know what I mean, I don't.
And now, Deja, what's the person? Do you know the personality?
I know a little bit of it, but not the way he described it. That's why I was thrown off by his personality of what he used to be like.
Yeah. I mean, but see,
relationship wise,
you know what I mean? I was always the one, you know what I mean? I wasn't the flyest one. I wasn't, the most popping dude, but
you was quiet but smooth. Like he was smooth with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
a lot of times. See, like with men, even to this day, don't understand. Like women just want you to listen to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was a good listener, and then I used to tell my mom, I give you credit for all this because I used to get grounded so much when I was a youngin'. She would make me watch Lifetime.
wow.
I swear. And you sitting there and you
That's
just
the
watching
best
it.
mom.
Yo, listen.
Yeah.
You sitting there watching Lifetime. You're like, yo, that's crazy.
That's what
like,
you got to do.
This chick, she just wanted somebody to talk to, and she okay.
So that's where
He
you
studied
learn.
it.
That's where you.
Then the old school songs and all that.
From what I do know about Libras, your wife is she don't got nothing to worry about. Like you real committed. You were in there.
The only thing it's a lot of stuff she probably doesn't like, but I don't argue. You know what I mean?
But I'm talking about this as far
you're
as like your love and faithfulness.
Oh,
like that's real.
Yeah.
That's what I do
Sometimes
know about
I think
Libras.
it throws her off.
Now
Yeah.
I argue hands down. So does she get mad when you don't argue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's her birthday?
Hers is August 23rd.
Okay, so she might be a Virgo.
I don't know what's it's the Virgo, Libra, whatever it is. I think it is Virgo.
I don't know what it is. I don't believe in I know there's a difference between the horoscopes and you have the things that tell you what your day is going to be like. I don't believe in those.
Yeah,
you're not going to tell me how my day's going to go, and then it's for sale in the, you know what I mean? Like in Giant or something. Like, no, my day is, I'm an individual. But I do believe they got the characteristics right.
Yeah.
Like somewhere along the line, because I'm a Pisces, and I'm like, oh, that's...
Wait, so you're an arguer. You argue.
Oh, yeah. If my baby, if she's quiet, that makes me even more mad.
Oh, okay, so she's the opposite.
Yeah, she doesn't want to, like, she'll have an issue and then she'll want to talk about it, but then when I chime in from my point of view, she don't want to hear it, and then she's like, I'm done with it, and that makes me mad.
I cut it.
You're the one that cuts it.
I feel like, listen, once things happen, every day is a new day. You know what I'm saying? You don't repeat the same day over and over again. I feel like if it's done, if it happened, you can't change it.
Yeah.
Move on. Because the only thing you're going to do is stress yourself out about
Definitely.
why. You can't change the subject, but arguing.
Yeah, but that's what,
I mean?
for me, when it comes to, it's like, we can agree to disagree,
right?
But what frustrates me the most, and it's funny because we actually had a discussion about this the other day. What frustrates me the most is when you want to say, let's agree to disagree, but I know personally that you still don't understand where I'm coming from.
Right.
So it's like, how can you disagree with something that you don't even understand?
So you argue to be heard, for real.
Huh?
You argue to be heard. Like,
to be understood.
Understood.
Yeah,
okay.
like you can disagree with me, but if you're like, I disagree with you, but you still don't, I feel you still don't understand what I'm saying.
How you gonna tell somebody they're understanding though? I don't get that.
You could tell.
I know what you're saying.
If you're like, you know what I mean? And it's just that blank stare on the face. And it's like you really don't know what I'm saying, but you just disagree with me.
We used to have a lot of, me and you, I remember going to, what's that girl named Sakima house?
Yeah.
And we would have our religious talks, debates and arguments and this, that, and the third. I remember it would stop.
Yeah.
It would stop when we started doing music, and it would start right back up on the way home.
Yeah.
It might start in between the session. And I know what you mean, though. You know what I mean? But
this dude, he just loves to argue, man. Like, you could just have the best day of your life, and then you bump into him, and you're like, oh, okay.
But it's not an argument.
No.
But it's not.
He's like, okay, here we go.
It's not to argue. It's not to argue for the sake of arguing. It's the point of getting an ideal across.
No, but sometimes you straight would egg a person on. Like, you say sentences on purpose to get somebody to argue with them. And it It'd be like just a normal, what's up, John? Or like whatever. Or like the other day when I was asking you something on text message. I'm sure Deja don't even look at our group text anymore.
Yeah, because I'll be looking like, if they don't shut up, I'm not supposed to be going on. I'm like, what are y'all arguing for now?
Yo, I just asked him a simple question and he just come back with me with a dumb question.
I definitely mess with you though.
If that's like second nature with y'all, you and your fiance, where y'all argue, but you got to be the one. If that's something that y'all used to, that's not an issue that'll be, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
marriage.
She did one thing. She did it on purpose though. That got me upset because she wanted to be petty and get me upset. But she admitted it. But
happens.
yeah, it's more so just the understanding and on top of that, even outside of arguing, I like debating. Like you were saying, we would have religious debates all the time. You know, so and I just enjoy it because it's like a mental stimuli.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
informative.
I mean? Yeah,
It's
yeah.
But
informative.
you have to find the right friend to match you with that, where y'all could do it all
Yeah,
day. Because
yeah.
not everybody gonna be ready for that all the
Yeah,
time.
it's like,
debate back and forth. But
yeah.
as long as I'll say this, as long as it's informative, you can have it. I'll debate with you all day,
Mm-hmm.
as
I'm
long
learning
as I'm learning something.
Yes.
If it's just like,
Yeah.
yo, I don't like cherry popsicles because they're red. It's like, what? But if you give me something where
Because it's red
Yeah.
and the dye gonna do this to your
Right.
body
Yeah,
and your
yeah,
blood
yeah,
cell.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
okay, that works.
it's just as long as you keeping it interesting and all right, yo, I'm about to Google this. Okay,
Yeah.
because you wrong, but let me show you what Google said, and I'm only showing you the top part, not the what I mean, the rest of the search.
The fine print.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, Vince, definitely appreciate you coming through. We're going to have to get you back. And when we get you back, I want to dive into the whole theories of relationships different because I know we've had those conversations and we actually do get in a lot of those conversations.
I'm with
You're
it.
gonna kick us out the building, and I
I'm
know you
with
like
it.
to wrap up.
Yeah,
in
so
10
we're going to
minutes,
wrap up.
too.
All right, so Vince, once again, thanks for coming.
Yo, thanks for having me.
Let everybody know what your Instagram is so they can follow you if they're trying to book you.
At I am Vinny Mack, Twitter, I think Snapchat. I don't even know if I got that anymore.
Well, we'll put it up
But
on there.
at Mackland Security, that's the company page. So, yo, if y'all don't need to be celebrities to get personal security, man.
Found
y'all
that
going
out
to
today.
the
I'm really
mall,
excited about that.
the pool, y'all going to church, y'all going anywhere. I've bodyguarded pastors before from their wives. So, you know what I mean? Trust me.
Oh, there you
Trust
go.
me.
There you go. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget you can check out all of our stuff on SoundCloud.com/The Goonies, The Goonies podcast, and you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram.com/The Goonies Radio. All right, peace.
Goonies.